Hi everyone, this is Jodie G from jodiesjourney.com, coming to you again with my vlog called the Stem Cell Star Ledger. And what am I talking to you about today? Well, I'm going to do a couple of vlogs. The first one, I'm going to do a review on an amazing and awesome product I've discovered through a connection, actually through a tweet from a guy called David Austin in Maryland, USA. David actually knows all about Australia, and he connected with me via following me on Twitter, and he was very kind, him and his family, to send me a couple of sample items from their line of basically t-shirts, and not really t-shirts, more garments, medical garments that were made for the purpose of holding or securing your hickman's catheter, which is what I'll be having inserted in a few days' time. In fact, today is the 24th of November, and I'll be going in the hospital on the 28th to have my hickmans inserted, and then I will be having starting chemo the next day on the 29th. So I'm going to do a review for you on these amazing products so that other people can see how incredible these are, but also how helpful they'll be for them and their family. You know, it just takes an experience like having a difficult health journey to know what needs to be done, doesn't it? And David and his family also had an experience with their beautiful boy who went through a cancer journey himself, or a health medical journey, and they were finding that the little boy was tugging and pulling and doing all sorts of things to his hickman's line. For those who don't know what hickman's line is, it's basically a long device, or basically a long line that's inserted in, usually through the left, I think it's the left side of your chest, sometimes the right. I've had one in the right before, and it's basically connected through to your heart so that bloods can be withdrawn from usually a two-prong line, sometimes a three-prong line. Bloods can be withdrawn from one side of the line, or inserted through, you know, donation blood that you might need during procedures, blood transfusions, of course, plasma transfusions, all sorts of things that need to come in. You might also have or need fluids coming in at the same time, and you might also need to have chemotherapy going at the same time. So you could have like 3 things going at once that you might need, and they've told me that I'm going to need to have that 3-prong access coming up. So that is really what a hickman's line is. You can have a PICC line as well, which is in the arm. It's a very small sort of little arm access within your arm, and it's sort of like a very small, slender line, which is more used for minor access, things that aren't sort of huge, lots and lots of fluid. So some people have a PICC line in their arm. I've actually got also at the moment, I've got a port-a-cath, and the port-a-cath is just a very small sort of round size, maybe a 20-cent piece, Australian 20-cent piece, and it's basically a small device that is connected to my heart. It's been there since 2008, and it's been there a long time. It bleeds really well, and so we use it for removing blood from me, taking tests, and taking all sorts of samples of my blood just to see how I'm going, and we've been using it for many years for that purpose. It's much better than using my arm over and over again, because, you know, you get sick and tired of being pricked and prodded. This way, with a port-a-cath, you can actually numb the area with a little numbing patch, and it's called an EMLA patch, and that way you don't have to worry about the pain of accessing it all the time. It's also used for, say, putting me under sedation for bone marrow aspirates and different types of testing, because on occasion I do need to be sedated for different things that aren't so nice to deal with. So today I'm going to show you my comfort line. This is the actual brand name. You can see that, my comfort line. My friend David Austin, like I said, provided a couple of garments for me, and I'll be wearing these in the transplant, and I'm going to show them to you right now. Excuse me if it looks like I'm all jumbled up here, but if you can see, and I like to wear my shirts pretty big, so I did ask him to send me really large ones, but if you can see, you've got like a little kind of a panel here, and through there you have clips. It's hard for me to actually hold it up, but I'll try and bring it a bit closer for you. You've got clips all down the front. If you didn't hear me say that, you've got clips all down the front. See, just here. Can you see that? And you've got clips here. I'll just lift this up for you. So your line, your Hickman's line, will go through here, and it's held, sort of looped over and held and clasped in. Number one, so that your line isn't going to be, you know, tripped over or, you know, like getting dirty, filthy. You know, like when I was talking about David's little boy, he was often pulling and tugging at it, and you know, was getting dirty and infected and everything else. That's a really big issue for parents with children who have Hickman's lines. This particular one for adults, this is a sort of like a garment, a large garment. So that's the front, and like I said, it's made by, well, it's actually, the brand is Gildan, just here, and we've got my comfort line on the back. And like I said, for adults, when you have a Hickman's line, often what will happen is you can get infection in the line, and it often happens just from touching it, or just a little bit of the line hasn't been disinfected properly. Every time a nurse will access the line for you, they'll use some disinfectant or something to wipe the line completely, cleaning it all, sometimes all the way from the beginning to the front, and that's something usually they have to do every 7 days at least, give it a full clean. And this particular item will keep the line from not only tugging, and often I used to wake up with the line and worry about where is it, am I tugging on it, is it falling off, is it stuck in the wrong place, you know. And as women, if you've got a Hickman's line, you usually sort of tuck it in your bra, or you can actually hang it around your neck with like a cord that you can put around, sort of around your neck, and hold it that way. I always found those things really annoying. I didn't like them at all. A lot of people use them, kind of like just a regular cotton cord that you can use to hang your line around. I couldn't stand it. But this is great, and I love this product because not only can you tuck your line into your shirt, but it secures the line in there, keeps it clean, and it's easy to access. So say if you're, you know, asleep, or, you know, the nurse is just sort of like coming in off shift, and you're fast asleep, and you're like, oh, I have to wake up, and they have to access my line, they have to take blood tests, you know, because usually nurses come in at 4 a.m. in the morning, take your blood and get ready for the doctors as they come around on the wards every morning. And that's what I'll be doing for the next 4 to 6 weeks. So it's really important to try and get as much sleep as you can. And I think this shirt is fantastic. Like I said, comfort line, fantastic product. I just encourage you to go to their website. It's mycomfortline.com, and again, there is your area where your Hickman's goes in, and it'll actually go through the other side as well, in terms of coming from the other side. And I actually think it's a great product, and I want to encourage all my cancer friends to go out and grab one of these, or order one of these, or pre-order one of these. I know that David is going through the process of trying to get more of these produced, and they're in the line of production at the moment. So I just want to encourage you to contact David and his team at mycomfortline.com, and get yourself some of these products, or get yourself in line for some of these products. I'm going to actually play the audio of how these work, and I'll just show you as we go along. And here's a little bit of a piece of paper about the demo of how it works. I don't know if you can see that there, but this is how the item is actually placed on. And there's a little bit of how, you know, the flap comes up, you put the line through. The line then can be accessed and clipped in with these clips as they go in, and then the line can be folded up inside and clipped down. As you can see, it really provides a lot of peace of mind for the patient and also for the hospital and the nurses. And the product's actually usually coated with a microbial, I can never say that word, like a microbiology bio type of solution. There's some words I can't say, I always have problems with them. But the solution is not on these particular garments. I know that David's working on getting a lot more garments produced so that a lot of them will be, or all of them will be infused with a special substance or a special liquid that will stop a lot of bacteria from getting into the hickmans lines, or at least coating the garment. The garment can be washed several times so that it doesn't, or many times over, so that none of that protection is actually going out of the garment as it's washed. So I'm going to play this video for you. I'm sorry about my croaky voice. It's usually at the end of the day my voice is a bit croaky, so just have a listen to this. Good if I just use my mouse. Excuse me.
The Comfort Line garment was designed to address the unique needs of all people living with a central line device or port catheter. While serving as a comfortable under or outer garment, the Comfort Line design has several features to protect the wearer and device. The Easy Snap front allows the garment to be safely changed or removed while the central line is in use, and provides immediate access to the upper body without removing the garment. The angled front pocket design protects and stores the central line while safely guiding line connections away from arm movements and armpit. It also helps guard against crimps or pinches of the line. The anti-tug anchor snaps help reduce the risk of damage to the device and potential complications to the wearer. The front pocket provides a simple and effective solution for central line care. Here's how it works. Open the front pocket from the bottom by pulling up. Feed the central line through the front snap seam into the pocket. Align the junction of the lumens with the pocket anchor snap. Secure the central line with the anti-tug anchor snap. Protect the central line by enclosing it in the pocket. Lastly, close all remaining snaps of the front seam to conceal the line. This medical garment provides a comfortable, protective, and functional solution for both the wearer and caregiver. Comfort Line. Central line care simplified.
And there you go. You can see I'm great at demonstrating products, especially when I'm a bit goofy at doing it. But yeah, like I said, go to mycomfortline.com, have a chat with David and his mates there, yeah, just tell him that Jody G from jodysjourney.com sent you. I love supporting businesses who are right up there with helping patients and people who have medical journeys. So thank you, David, Austin, and your team over there at My Comfort Line for supporting me and just giving me a couple of products to try during this transplant. Well, that's my review of My Comfort Line products medical garment, and this is Jody G signing off from this Stem Cell Star Ledger. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Bye.